Good everyone, and welcome to today's test video, and today it is a test video on Civilization 5. Now, the poll is obviously long ended, and Civ 5 was the last one well, to be voted for, which, to be honest, I'm kind of glad because I didn't really want to do like Rise of Flight, I'll be truthfully honest, there isn't much for me to cover in that game. But, I know that you have to play like 20 quid if you want another plane, but whatever. Civ 5 is a game I've had for quite some time, and I really enjoy playing it from time to time, but to be honest, with recent War Thunder and all that, and so many other games to play, I've just not had time to play it, and yeah, it's just been like, why why should I ignore it when I could potentially use it for videos and things like that? So Civ 5 obviously is a game where you basically run an entire country, so to speak. You run capitals, cities, your own army, navy, and things like that. Even your own air force if you get that far in the game. And I think it'd be a good idea to start a series on different countries and things like that, because there are quite a few countries. For some reason, it's Phillips is so obsessed with Yugoslavia. He asked me if Yugoslavia is in the game. No, it is not. But there are plenty of Asian countries, European countries. Obviously, those include DLC, most of them anyway. There are also some civilizations that no longer exist, such as Aztecs and Iroquois and other things like that. Iroquois is actually quite overpowered, in my opinion. So today we're going to be doing nice and simple Japan Inland Sea, which is one of my favorite maps, dual, standard pace, and warlord difficulty.
Blessings upon you, noble Oda Nobunaga, ruler of the land where the sun rises.
Thought I'd wait till that thing shut up. It does that every single time you load in a single player. Fucking bike. Ugh, bloody dirt. I hate dirt bikes, in case you haven't noticed, people. So Civ 5, obviously, you start out with what's called a settler and a warrior. Obviously, your warrior does the fighting, your settler does, well, this. We have now founded Kyoto, which is obviously our capital. I don't know if it is actually the capital of Japan. Don't ask me. I didn't do geography. But we do have a technology tree which has all of this shit to research. Obviously, it's better research system than War Thunder. There's your one dig at War Thunder. But we have things like flight, because obviously Japan gets the unique 0. We also have carriers. Japan also gets I think it's the samurai, if I remember rightly. Where's samurai? Yeah, whatever, we'll be here all day trying to find it, knowing me. I'm going to keep this nice and short in terms of a video. Obviously, it's only going to be a test. I forgot to put on my timer, because I was going to put a timer on. But, whatever. So obviously, our unit only has 2 moves for a warrior. And we're going to start off by going for mining. Because obviously we've got stone right here. We've got a bit of forest, which we can clear. We've also got some spices nearby, which we could use for calendar, eventually. Again, normally I would either go for a worker or a monument, but this time we're going to go for a worker. So now we're going to use our warrior to scout around a bit. We're going to take a look around the area and see what we can find. And here is one of the many things that we can have in game as a random event. This is an ancient ruin, and this essentially gives us a random chance to get anything that the ruin can offer. And we got 20 culture. So now, next turn, we'll be able to use our culture, and I'll be able to briefly explain about that. So your culture is obviously tradition, liberty, honor, piety, patronage, commerce, rationalism, freedom, autocracy, and order. There is also a part about communism. Just thought I'd make that clear for any of those that are interested, as well as socialism. There's a lot of, there's even fascism if you want to go down that route. But there's a lot of different policies that will benefit each individual country. So we're going to go for liberty because it helps us out in the early stages. And there's another example. Our Kyoto has just gone up to 2 people, so now our work on the Kyoto, or on the warrior, worker, has slightly reduced. But now we might be walking into a bit of a trap. We have an ancient ruins here, and we have a barbarian encampment here. Our warriors, last time I tried this, but before I'd fiddle with some video settings, and turns out the video only recorded about one part, like it recorded like 3 parts of the screen, but not the 4th part, which just was blank. My warrior actually died in the first playthrough, but even so. We've just been given a map which outlines a small area, which as you can see here. There's another ancient ruins over there which we're going to go to soon, and we're going to make our way around. And there we go, mining is done, so now we'll move on to animal husbandry. Animal husbandry is really handy in the early stages, because obviously we do have cows near us, so we can use that. And we've been given archery for free. Perfect. That's a good start. And we've got more ruins. What we got? And we got a survivor going into the city from those ruins. There's another encampment. We are probably going to want to deal with the encampment soon enough. So I think we're going to bring the soldiers back. Oh, we can go for liberty now. So we have a choice of either a free settler or another worker. For the sake of this video though, I'm going to go with a settler. Now, settlers are extremely vulnerable on their own. If they get captured, then you have to rescue them back. So we're going to make an archer for our next go, or our next research. And for our next one, we'll actually research what would be best. Masonry, because obviously we've got stone right there. As for our worker, he can go off and sit there. We're going to put our settler to sleep. So now we cannot control that settler until I choose so. We're not going to move them though till our warrior is back. And the barbarians spawn their own archers. Now there's only one problem. They're on a hill. You can see a slight hill over here. That's highly dangerous for us. So now our soldiers are going to be under a bit of an attack for the next few turns. But what we've done is we've put them in a defensive stance. So now our soldiers are soon to have backup thanks to our workers destroying the forest and cleaning that up. So obviously now we can't move. These are what you would call, well I call, civilian. Well, they're civilian controllable units. 2 civilian units cannot be on the same tile, same with 2 military units. But you can have 1 civilian and 1 military unit on the same tile. For now though, because obviously this the settlers in the way, we're just going to put the workers to sleep and we're going to start making a warrior. So you can still see our soldiers are under siege and they are in desperate need of some backup. But luckily we have archers on station. And our archers just give them a nice decent hit. That's what we want to see. But obviously they have the terrain advantage. So our soldiers are a bit more under threat. Attacking across a river with a melee unit would decrease it by about, I think, 20%. But because we're using a ranged unit, we only have to worry about the forest. And as you can see, our archers are pretty good shots. But at the same time, we have to consider where we're going to put this second settler. And I wanted to put it right here on those horses. So for the moment, we're going to try and deal with these archers. But obviously our archers are under siege at the moment. But our archers have almost won the engagement. He's down to 1 health. Health is indicated by, just 1 second. Health is indicated right here. Obviously our archer has lost 4 men, so that means we are having to deal with that. So, because we're dealing with rough terrain and well, I like to leave a bit of rough terrain, I'm going to put it on barrage. So now what this archer's trying to do, you may think he's being a bit dumb by doing what he's doing, but no, he's actually quite smart. He's trying to capture the settler for us, or off us. So we'll finish him off, and we will now start moving the settler and the warrior so that the warrior can protect the settler and the archers can go back to defending Kyoto. It's all very, you got to plan what you got to do really. That's what I like about playing Civ 5. It really tests your brain and really gets you moving. So now that our archers are here, we can now use them to bombard this this encampment. To kill an encampment, you simply have to kill all of the barbarians that exist in the camp or the encampment. And well, you can see here, our soldiers severely outnumbered them, so this last barbarian's making a good final stand, but it's only a matter of time till he was gone. Now our cities are a bit more safe, and we can now put our second city down. I tell you right now, this is a much better start than what we had last time. But obviously, due to the location, we are probably going to want to start looking at a second worker for this area. But for the meantime, we're just going to make a scout. Okay, so once again, I'm going to go rough, and I'm going to let these soldiers heal up. But I'm going to leave it at now, well, at that for now. Obviously, I've spoken a bit too fast, so if I do speak too fast, just ask me to slow down, and I will. But that is the test video for Civ 5. I hope you enjoyed it. Obviously, next turn, which I'll quickly do now whilst we're here, we've just got our second warrior, which will now defend against those archers. And whilst we're here, we'll quickly put our points towards sailing, which obviously unlocks the trireme and the work boat, which could potentially work right here on this sailing, on this fish area. So I hope you enjoyed today's video on Civ 5. If you do want to see more, I will save this world right now, which I'll quickly do. Obviously, we are going to want to keep, well, I'm going to keep this world. So if you guys want to see more from this world, and maybe find out who we're up against, and see what plan we can do against them, then that's perfectly fine. I'll be more than happy to do that. But anyway, I'll let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's video on Civ 5. Pretty good start. Obviously, in the first 27 turns, we've gotten 2 cities. A pretty good start overall. We've got a couple of military units, and we have dealt with a single encampment without a single loss of our own to a soldier. Well, unit-wise. Obviously, we have lost a couple of soldiers doing it, but that's just standard Civ tactics. And plus, we're secretly Russia. But yep, let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you all on the next one.